So this is Tara. She just arrived yesterday. We don't know anything about her really, as far as we haven't had our hands on her yet. We're going to try to go ahead and just see kind of what she knows by nature, what she's been kind of taught in her regular handling, and then see what we can teach her in a brief introduction. And then I'm going to work with her again this afternoon. But I wanted to go ahead and get a feel for her and introduce her to you. She's a Rocky Mountain Arabian cross. She's not missed a meal. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can't brush her and see how she handles being brushed, if she has any don't touch me spots, and see what we got. I like that she was willing to follow me without me having to drag her along. I put Purell in my brushes to avoid any lingering bacteria that might be sitting in your brush. I'm going to ask her to stay standing here and cooperate with this procedure. So, kind of has a don't touch my belly impression. Not necessarily reacting, but letting me know that maybe that's going to be a spot she doesn't really want to be touched. So there's some this side as well. But being full of dirt and mud from... Good girl. So the reason I know this horse, or this horse has been brought to me, is per the recommendation of her farrier. I'm pretty impressed that she's just holding this foot up here for me while I groom her leg. That's a good girl. Good girl. So we have to establish kind of a reward song for her. What I mean by that is, when I say good girl, I want it to always really mean that you are being rewarded for your behavior. Recently, I was sent an article about praise. Horses don't respond to praise, and I greatly wish to dispute that. There was an article about recommending using treats to teach horses, and I greatly do not recommend that. I do not use treats to teach horses anything. I use praise. I use awareness of you're on the right track, kind of a hotter, colder kind of sound and word. So when a horse is learning something and they're showing me that they're thinking the right thought, I'll say, yep, yep. And if they're not thinking the right thought, I'll say, nope, nope. They learn that the yep, yep and the nope, nopes matter in our communication. Just kind of concentrating, make sure that I don't get myself in trouble with those back legs. Hi. She's welcome to check me out, which is what she just did. She didn't offer to bite me. She just was checking me out. So we're just getting to know each other a little bit right here. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Good girl. So here's where I would sing my good girls to her. Good girl. Good girl. Let her know that she's doing something extremely desirable and her efforts are appreciated. And she will learn very quickly that the good girls are praised and the good girls are something to seek from me. Just being a little cautious with the Back legs here. Oops. She did quite a bit of traveling yesterday in her new paddock space, and we got a lot of rain. So in her doing so, she definitely got herself kind of mud covered. Gonna make her look presentable, but I'm not gonna do this show sheen sort of grooming job on her. It's gonna get too hot to sit out here and waste all good training time on putting a shine on her, but I'll get the mud off of her. Again, just being a little cautious with these back legs. Don't know enough about her to know if she would respond negatively. Oh, she just told me I forgot fly spray. So, good girl, good girl. Good girl, I'm gonna go on this one. Yeah, but good girl. What a good girl. Good girl. So I am gonna spend a few seconds with her before I fly spray her, because I'm gonna turn her loose to fly spray her, or I'm gonna turn her loose to go get the fly spray. So I'm not finding any real don't touch me spots. Yeah, showed me she's willing to pick up her feet, so let's see if she'll do that again. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, so I'm going to do something real brief with her while I have her online. I missed a lot of spots, but like I said, I'm not out here to shine her up. I just want to talk to her. Good girl. So I'm going to offer a few suggestions and direction and see how she responds to me suggesting she does something. So I'm going to ask her to go to her right. As soon as she offers to cross that front leg over and go the direction I'm asking her to go, I'm going to tell her, no, I don't want you to go forward. So she doesn't know that don't go forward, so I'm going to go ahead and help her with that right now. Back. Good. Now, her feet moving means she lost confidence, which I understand. She didn't know what I was telling her to do, but I was protecting my personal space by making her get out of my space. So I'm going to go ahead and spend a little bit of time showing her what that means. Back. Back. Good. Good. So I want her to not lose her confidence. I want her to be confident with me. So, good girl. I'm going to tell her to back. Back. Good. And let her be okay with just backing up. Let her be okay with just backing up. Back. And not have to leave. Good girl. And before she went to walk off, I walked off first and allowed her to come with me. Going to ask her to back again. Back. 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 And before she thinks to walk off, I'm going to walk off with her and invite her to come with me. Ask her to stop. Ask her to back. Back. Good. Before she thinks to walk off, I'm going to invite her to come with me. So the back up is going to play such a huge role, the wiggle of my rope is going to play such a huge role in her training that it's important that we get this established today. But this means back up, good, and walk off. It's also going to mean stop when she's walking. It's going to mean walk when she's trotting. It's going to mean trot when she canters. It's going to mean don't go forward when I'm telling you to do something sideways. It's going to mean a lot of different things, but it's always going to mean a downward or backward feel. So back, 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 back. So I'm going to ask a little bit more of her back, which is going to make her worry. So before she walks off, I'm going to tell her she can come with me. So what I'm establishing right now also, by allowing her to come with me when I walk off, is I want you to be with me. I want you to be with me because in about 2 seconds I'm going to leave to go get fly spray, and then I'm going to play a catching game with her if she doesn't just come right to me. But I just help kind of lay the foundation of come walk with me. So I'm going to go ahead and turn her loose. I'm okay with her understanding she's loose. Going to go get the fly spray, and then we're going to see if we can't just catch her. And if we can't, we're going to see what it takes to catch her with the catching game. Catching her, she seems to be worried about me having left it all. But I'm not going to catch her right here. That's not my goal. My goal is to have her come to me because I asked her to. That's a good girl. So now I've already established the leadership she's looking for. I've already communicated with her enough. So we don't know fly spray? Okay. No. 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 So if I'd realized that, I would have... Oh. You're okay. Look. I would have brought out a different bottle. You're okay. Here. Look. Good girl. Good girl. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Hey. Okay. Good girl. So I'm just shaking it and rubbing it next to her. Good girl. You're okay. I'm not trying to trick you. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Hey. You're okay. You're okay. So she's extremely defensive and in a very defensive posturing position here. You're okay. So I'm just desensitizing her to the bottle. Of course, once it sprays, it's going to start the feed again, but just kind of paying attention to how arched her neck gets and how flexed her muscles are getting. Good girl. You survived it, right? You survived it. You're surviving this. You're surviving this. You are surviving it. Yeah. So she's licking and chewing. That's telling me that she's kind of digesting that maybe she is surviving this. You're surviving this. Surviving it. Give her a break for a second. Gonna go back, let her know that she's surviving this. This isn't so horrible. So, we've established we have something we need to teach her right off the bat, because she's not gonna like her legs and stuff being eaten by bugs. You survived it. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to give her a break while I take a rock out of my shoe. Yeah. So I actually want to go ahead and turn her loose if I can get her close enough to me without me having to get up. I can't stand anything in my shoe, so if I have to do that 10 times, I will. So the rope is on the ground, and I'm actually hopeful that she'll step on it. I'm not one of those people that panic that my horse is stepping on this rope. I'd rather her learn now than when I'm out on a trail somewhere and didn't know she didn't know how to step on a rope. So I'm going to go ahead and turn her loose and see if I ruined my leadership with her or if I just gained my leadership with her. I'm going to stop and invite her to me. So I do know that her owner runs her in a round pen. So I'm hoping that she doesn't associate, she just has to run. Because I want it to mean more. I want it to have a different education for her. So I'm going to invite her to me. I'm going to keep asking her. So this is good. Now you can see what it is to try to catch them when they don't want to be caught. Here. Here. So I'm going to help her. Here. 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 So I have been a leader so far in her eyes. So she just has to seek out that leadership now. Nice little mover. Here. 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 It's okay. Keep her moving until she decides to come to me. Here. 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 Not really looking to run her. Here. 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 So now I'm going to start really putting more intensity in her hindquarters to get her to turn and look at me. I'm not really looking to run her. I'm hoping that she'll give me one eye. She gives me one eye, turns her head slightly in my direction. I'm not going to allow her to change directions though. Once she gives me one eye, I'm going to take the pressure off and see if I can get two eyes. If I can get two eyes, I'm going to really take the pressure off. So I allowed myself to look very inviting there. Let's see if that worked. She just thinks round pen means run. And try to help her. Don't want her to change directions. See if she wants to stay with me now. So this should feel a lot better than what she perceived as me running her. And because it should feel a lot better, she should be more likely to want to stay with me. So if she wanted to go off, I'm going to make it difficult. So I give you another chance. If you want to come back to me, we can just walk nicely. So she thought about it. A little toss of the head. I already made a mental note of that when I watched her in the paddock. A little bit of a dominant behavior. So I'm going to make it a little harder that she passed me like that. Give her another chance. Invite her. Definitely send some energy at her for tossing her head in my direction. I'm not looking to run her. I'm looking to bring her to me. Let her know that's all I wanted, and invite her to follow me. If she chooses not to follow me, good. I'll just make it harder for her again. So she's going to get the message in a second that all she has to do is come to me. Taking advantage of her interest in the gate. By kind of bringing that where I try to draw her to. Invite her to stay with me. Here. Good. So maybe we'll go this way. Stay away from that gate that she's favoring so much. Let her know that this was the desire. See if I can get her to turn back from that gate again. Good. So now, what I would do is I would test if I can get her to pass that gate with me. Or will I lose her at the gate? This has to be easier. Am I going to lose her at the gate? Oh, look at that. So honestly, good girl. As hot as it is, she's already lathered. That's a good introduction to what I expect from her when I come out into a round pen with her. I'm going to go ahead and actually hose her off, cool her down. In fact, let's do it this way. Well, yeah, I'll turn her loose and then go drag my hose outside and everything, and then come back and see if I can't catch her again, which I don't think I'll have trouble because she wants to come out at the gate, so. I had a feeling I wouldn't struggle to get her at the gate again.